Last time we were together was in D.C. at the Trump International Hotel.
That's great.
That was a phenomenal experience, a two-day summit on China.
Yep.
Tell us, why did you want to bring together all those people to talk about China?
Yeah, well, my life, kind of like yours, is a synthesis between faith and economics, and that naturally leads you into politics. But the country, our country, that was built on three great pillars: the Judeo-Christian tradition, the rule of law, and then free market and business. And so I worked at the World Bank 30 years ago. China average income per capita was about $1,000 a year per person in China. So not a threat back then, right? Not an issue. Well, now they're our number one strategic threat, both economically. They've declared an information war against us back in 1999 in the famous document that folks should look up. And
Unrestricted warfare.
Unrestricted warfare. And then you got a few books by Bill Gertz and others who have let us know what that document means and brought us up to speed. But now China is 0 for 3. Judeo-Christian tradition, they're repressive of religion and freedom of thought.
Right.
Second, on rule of law, there is none. It's completely repressive Huawei, and they're spying on all their people and getting them social credit scores. And third, business. We'll see what comes of that. I think they got a crack up coming, right? If you violate all three of those made us great. They're 0 for 3 on all of them. Yeah. So we wanted to pull together a China summit to expose this and to get at the issue. The biggest issue of our day is this coronavirus that's come over here.
No doubt.
Where was it made? How was it made? The evidence, Dr. Yan spoke at our China summit, along with Senator Cotton and Marshall Blackburn and Cruz and all of them and 20 congressmen. And they all pretty much said the same thing. I mean, there's an active intent on the part of China at a minimum in terms of releasing airplanes, flying people here when they shut down their own economy. So there's an intent there. And that's cost us 200,000 lives and shut down the economy for the first time in our history. It's never happened, just a by fiat government shutdown of the economy.
Greatest economic weapon unleashed in the history of mankind.
Right.
Yeah, when they wrote the book Unrestricted Warfare in 1999, I looked at the size of the Chinese economy. You mentioned it was 10% the size of ours.
Yep.
Now there's some estimates, you talk to the World Bank and others, and I think a lot of these estimates are phony, but some estimates that their economy is now larger than ours.
Right.
So in 20 years, how'd they build it? They built it, literally from stealing from us.
Right. Yeah, and when we fight, I mean, you've been doing this for 30 years. Thanks for leading the way. I'm following your lead and the show and weaponizing your money and all this kind of thing. And we're going to talk later about working together at Liberty. But that unrestricted warfare document we talked about in 1999, everybody should read that because it's a gut punch. When you read it, you notice that all the rules of civility are out the window. You're fighting with someone who is on the verge of evil.
Yeah.
When you read that, they announced attacking the trade centers in 1999. They announced biological warfare in that document in 1999. They went right through the laundry list of what's open game. They said, we can't fight you kinetically, right? Because of what you did in Iraq. You decapitated them, took the information away.
Although they're beginning to get to that point. Yeah.
Right. And now they declared their intent way back when, and we're seeing it unleashed on the world right now. They're going through Africa. They're doing the Belt and Road initiatives. They're buying United Nations votes. And they're getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And it's the asymmetry. We're not fighting Buddhists. We're not fighting folks who follow the Confucian ethic.
Right.
Right? Those ethics, right, have a lot of civility built into them. Respect for parents, respect for the law, respect for leadership, et cetera. And the American people, I think it's just another culture. No, it's not. The people share that culture, but the CCP has rejected it and crushed it.
Outright Marxist.
Right. And so
Maoist Marxist.
When I say we're fighting against China, I don't mean the Chinese people. I mean the CCP. And they've made their intent and their actions very clear, and we're at war.